Hey kids, it's Lindsey Anderson again, and this video is all about social selling mindset. I know you've been through all of the strategies and all that stuff before, and every time you go out to social sell, you feel really awkward. You don't feel like it's going to work. You feel super judged, and you don't feel like doing it, which means you don't do it. Well, this video is going to tell you how to switch around your social selling mindset so you can get out of your own head and get online and start making connections so that people will connect with you, know, like, and trust you, and start buying your online coaching programs, courses, retreats, and one-on-one sessions. So let's dive in. So here's the thing. I love myself a good old-fashioned strategy. Strategies are everything. I love them. But the thing is, when it comes to strategies, if your mindset isn't there and if you are not in alignment with the strategy is no good to you. So my guess is you've seen plenty of YouTube videos on how to socially sell, and most of them say the exact same thing. Hey, when someone joins you on Instagram, starts following you on Instagram, send them this template message telling them, thank you for following me. Why don't you tell me what your number one problem is? Nobody wants to do that. It doesn't seem genuine. It doesn't seem authentic or unique. And the problem is when we reach out to people like that, the people who do respond are quite typically the people that are very difficult to work with. They end up taking a lot of our times. They end up being very desperate for results, and they're just not in alignment with the kind of people that you want to attract to your online coaching business. So while I have tried those strategies so many times in the past, I have never really had a ton of success with them, and I always give up and go back to the drawing board and lean on some other social media tactics that work so much better. And not only do they work better, but they are better in a way so that I don't feel like I am desperate and needy and inauthentic and reaching out to people that don't want to be reached out to. So part of social selling and the mindset that you should go into social selling with is that it is not an automated system, that you're not trying to manage hundreds of people to come to you and for your business, that you can't hire some VA to do this work for you. My recommendation, if you're trying to get sales off of social media, you got to drop all of that baggage and all of that mindset on systemizing and really hop on social media and start seeing people for people. Start engaging with people legitimately and authentically, asking them about themselves, commenting on their posts. If they come to your Instagram and watch one of your stories, a simple, genuine thank you DM message to them. Thank you so much for watching my story. Asking them a question without having the end goal be sales. Here's the thing. When we put desperate energy into our messages and desperate energy into all of our interactions with people, they can absolutely feel it, and they just don't end up being the super best kind of clients for us because desperate energy certainly attracts desperate people. So in order for social selling to become so much more effective for you, you have to change in here. Instead of viewing every single person that follows you on social media as a mark that is a possible suspect to get into your online coaching programs, view them as people. Go and look at their profiles, get to know them, and start a genuine conversation with them without any kind of behind the scenes, I'm really trying to get them to buy into my online coaching program. You will be shocked at how well this can work. Now, needless to say, that doesn't mean this is how you will always be running your online social selling system. In fact, if you're anything like myself and my clients, you'll start out this way. You'll find a nice flow of the kind of questions people will ask, the kind of responses you can give, those kind of things, and start documenting those in a document. And of course, you can get a team member or a VA to start helping you as the requests flow in. But if you're just getting started and you're not spending any more than 30 minutes to an hour a day responding to genuine messages, please do this yourself. You are the only one that can connect with your clients. They are here to want to coach with you because of your vibe and your experience and your methodology and your skills. So show up on social media and be a genuine person when you start to interact. Well, many of you may still be saying, well, Lindsey, that's fair and all, but I still get caught up in my own head when I'm wanting to reach out to somebody and say, hey, thanks for following my story. Genuine question, XYZ123, whatever that case may be, okay? As you start reaching out to people, certainly it can be very uncomfortable to get out of our comfort zone and actually connect with people and actually perform what I like to call in my Content That Converts.me online workshop and coaching program, a vulnerability flex, okay? Just like working out, practicing these low-risk social interactions with people can help you build up to where you will have any interaction with any person at any time. And do you want to know why? Because the more you do it, the more you will realize that people are just people. And if we can see through this neediness, this I just want them to be in my coaching program kind of energy, you will see that this will work and you can start building a community. So just imagine this, okay? Let's say you make one genuine connection every single week for the entire year. That is 52 brand new online connections. They know a ton of people. They might join your coaching program. Your breadth of influence can certainly be felt by connecting with just one person a week. But if you are motivated and you are disciplined and you spend time to actually get to know people, to look at their stories, to comment on their posts, and to actually just be an honest, genuine, helping person like I know you are because you're an online coach and that's the kind of people we are, you will see your influence can spread. Start viewing it as a one-to-one instead of a one-to-many. Now, I recently read a book that might help you even more get out of this tight space where you don't want to reach out to people because being vulnerable online can feel so vulnerable, okay? And that was an awesome book by an author called Byron Katie. And the name of her book is called Loving What Is. In this book, she proposes that every time we go into an interaction with someone else, this could even be your husband, okay, family member, but certainly strangers online, and you feel this feeling, this tightness, this lack of wanting to reach out and get out of your comfort zone because you're putting your stories and your assumptions and your feelings on this other person when you have no idea what they're feeling, what they're assuming, or what their stories are. But we go into these social interactions assuming everybody feels just like we do. So what do we do with these thoughts? How do we overcome the tendency to assume people feel just like we do? And if we can get out of feeling this way, we can drop some of these beliefs, then reaching out to people on social media, lending a helping hand, and an authentic friendship or an authentic connection with people can be so much easier. So Byron Katie in her book says, every time that you're making an assumption about what someone else is feeling about you or the situation, simply ask yourself 4 basic questions. The first question is it true? Is it true that if I reach out to this person who just followed me on social media, that they're going to think I'm a total idiot, that I'm totally desperate, that I'm a total loser? Okay? I don't know what you're thinking, but those are certainly some very popular mindsets based on the people that I've coached and consulted. So in your head, according to Byron Katie, you're going to say, can I prove they're feeling that towards me? Well, the answer is no, especially with a stranger. There's no way, because our feelings in these kind of situations are so different and based on our past experiences and our behavioral patterns that we have learned throughout a lifetime of dealing with social interactions, and everyone is totally different. So the first question is, can I prove that they're going to feel that way? Well, the answer is no, but let's go to the second question anyway, just in case the answer to your first question is yes. Well, the second question is, can I prove that it is true? And I already know the answer to this question is no, you can't prove it's true. So now we got 2 questions out of the way. The third question is this. How do I feel when I have that thought? Well, take a minute. If you're about to DM someone on Instagram, sit back for a second and start observing your own thoughts and feelings, because I'm here to tell you, your thoughts and feelings were created from a lifetime of stories, a lifetime of interactions, and they are there to protect you. They may or may not be true, so it is very useful to sit back in your own head and observe your mind. What does this make me feel when I feel like that person's going to think I'm a total loser if I reach out to them on DM? So you absorb that and you say, yeah, that's exactly how it makes me feel. You pinpoint that and you feel it and be okay with it. Like everybody feels that way. I'm not here to try to change your feelings. But that leads us into our fourth and final question, which is this. How would I act, or who would I be, or how would I show up if I didn't have this feeling? Well, chances are you'd be in everyone's DMs trying to help them in an authentic way, trying to connect with them. You'd be all over the place if you didn't have all of this mindset crap whirling around in your head based on your own stories and nobody else's. Now, Byron Katie says she doesn't want you to drop those beliefs, so I'm going to follow her lead and simply say this. I've applied these 4 questions to my life, to many behavioral patterns that I have and misgivings about other people that I have had. And just the simple process of asking myself these 4 questions, is it true? Can I prove that it's true that someone would feel that way? How do I feel when I have that thought about it? And how would I act or show up if I did not have that thought? Just the simple act of walking through these, understanding that our thoughts are there to protect us, but they may or may not be true, and they may or may not be there, holding us back from unlimited potential of being who we want to be, which is the 4th step. Just walking through these can create emotions of confidence and the ability to be who you are, helping the people you want to help, and getting out of your own way to help these people. So it may not come as a surprise. Highly recommend that book. And here I've applied this amazing strategy to social selling. Start viewing your thoughts. Start looking at how you feel and your thoughts, because it's as simple as this, okay? Just pushing through and doing it anyway, that's only going to last for so long. Eventually you're going to just push through even though you don't feel like doing stuff and eventually give up. I propose to you that you change your thoughts, which will then change your behaviors, which will then change your outcomes. So let's start with thoughts, and Byron Katie has given us a really great way to do that. So there you have it, kids. Go out and social sell. Go out and make a true and honest connection with people. Check out my YouTube channel for even more awesome information just like this, and I'll see you on the next video.